Albania's capital actually has a place called Taiwan Center.
Yeah, it's a restaurant and a casino.
Yeah, actually there was a rumor talking about this, saying like right after you had a bad relationship with China, you built a Taiwan Center. Hello guys, welcome to JustAsk YouTube channel. This is Bill. I've been staying in Albania for like a couple weeks already, and I've kind of made some observations about Albanian culture. At the same time, I got a lot of questions from my audience and also my friends. So today, I'm so ecstatic to invite one of my best friends in Albania to join the video to answer all of the questions for you. That's welcome. What? Wanna introduce yourself a little bit?
No.
This is Ati.
Hey, I'm from Albania, born and raised, 26 years here. I'm gonna try to answer his questions and let's see.
So you guys may not be familiar with Albania, but...
Same.
Are you serious? Albania has a celebrity that you all surely know. Who is she?
Dua Lipa.
Who is she?
Singer.
It's been a nip and tuck battle.
Mother Teresa?
Yeah, right!
It's not the same level.
Mother Teresa is actually Albanian. I was kind of surprised when I knew it.
We even have an airport.
Named after Mother Teresa.
Yeah. Mother Teresa Airport.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The more you know.
So before we begin, let me provide a brief introduction of Albania for all of you. Albania is a country located in southeastern part of Europe on the southwestern Balkan Peninsula. It has a population of approximately 2.8 million people, with the capital city, Tirana, being one of the largest and most populous cities in the country. The official currency in Albania is a lek, abbreviated as ALL, which is
Albanian lek. AL from Albania and the other L from lek, which literally translates to money.
Oh, and here's a fun fact for our Taiwanese audience. Albania's capital actually has a place called Taiwan Center.
Yeah, it's a restaurant and a casino.
Yeah.
It's like a tower and it just spins, the top part of it spins. Yeah.
There's no like Taiwanese cuisine there. I
Not at all.
It. But actually there was a rumor talking about this, saying like right after you had a bad relationship with China, you built a Taiwan Center. I mean, that's a rumor.
If we did that, that's a boss-ass move. I hope it's true at this point.
Okay, so the QA session today, I also kind of want to do some comparison. So if something came into my mind, then I'll just try to point it out, and then probably I can just explain a little bit about what Taiwan is like, or what's a difference or a similarity between Taiwan and Albania.
We know you love talking about Taiwan. I've felt that for the past 3 weeks.
Nice.
So now I'm gonna start with some of my observations. The first thing is I kind of noticed that when I talked to your mom actually was shook her head to show yes.
Yeah.
So after noticing that, I kind of Googled it and I found out that Albania have a different head gesture. Usually people would say like, this is yes and this is no. But Albanian people, the opposite.
I mean, we kind of have just our own thing going. So this can mean yes, this can mean I'm totally listening to you. This can mean no, like with friends, for example, like you would go like, yeah.
Wouldn't that make people kind of confused?
Other people, yeah, but we got our own thing going on.
Yeah, that's just
we're
Albanian
weird
culture. And there's a thing that I love the most about Albania is you got tons of coffee shops.
Oh yeah.
Every 5 to 10 steps, you got one coffee shop. I tried to search about this, and then they mentioned about actually in 2016, Albania was ranked as like the highest density of coffee shops in the world.
Damn, that's
Sick. That's sick. I mean,
in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, makes sense. As a culture, we do like to stay in coffee shops for hours and hours a day. We do tend to do that. Like,
I asked like your friend today, and she told me she went to coffee shop like every day.
yeah, twice a day.
Yeah, twice a day or even more. And tell my audience like what you like to order in the coffee shop.
Espressos, we don't do the whole Americano thing. That's just water coffee. That's disgusting.
That also surprised me a lot because like in Taiwan, I've never seen anyone, like not even one person like ordering espresso. Like we love to order
Weak.
we love to order Americano or like latte. Probably most of the time people just order latte.
Yeah, latte just has too much milk.
And also like 1 cup of espresso only costs less than €1.
Yeah.
Which is super good.
In all of
I
Europe,
love
I think we might have some of the cheapest coffee.
Ah.
For some reason, coffee everywhere else in Europe is just expensive. I mean,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
in
yeah.
Italy probably, and Greece, and like places in Balkans, but EU countries, crazy expensive.
So there is a similarity between your coffee shop and our convenience stores. which is like we also have like convenience store in Taiwan like every 5 to 10 steps. Do you know about that?
I mean, I don't know too much about that in Taiwan.
Taiwan has the second highest concentration of convenience stores in the world.
Who has the first?
Korea probably. Or 7-Eleven.
Korea?
What?
North or South Korea?
What do you think? A little bit different from like other 7-Elevens in other countries. Our 7-Eleven and also McDonald's are actually 24/7.
Damn, you eat McDonald's?
A lot.
You can get McDonald's at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
It's disgusting. Like McDonald's in itself is disgusting.
Why?
It's cheap food.
McDonald's is not the best, but it's actually super convenient for you to like have some fast food, especially when you're like so hungry or hangry when you're at night.
We have much better fast foods, which is technically stolen from Greek and Turkish, but we adapted it ourselves, so now we call it ours. And we're not taking it back.
And also our 7-Eleven is not just for like selling food. It's kind of famous for their other services as well.
Nani?
You can do probably everything in the 7-Eleven in Taiwan. You can like receive parcels, pay the bills, and you can buy tickets for concert or like public transportations.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
And you can do laundry.
I had no clue about that. That I would never guess.
Also, you can do print and faxing service.
So you have Xerox?
Yeah.
No.
You can definitely like withdraw money from like 7-Eleven. Like,
You have ATMs in there?
every 7-Eleven or every convenience store, there will be an ATM in it. And there's one time that I even saw television being sold in 7-Eleven.
Your
There are like
7-Elevens
so
are
many
just on
things.
crack.
And then also because we have like high quality of seats in 7-Eleven, so
What do you mean
people
seats?
just like table and seats.
Like,
Yeah. So like
how big are your 7-Elevens?
Oh, it could be really big.
Really big.
Some people would just take it as a restaurant or like a coffee shop to like just stay there and then spend a lot of time like learning or working. Yeah. So sometimes it could be like one floor is for just tables and seats.
That's not a thing.
It's
That
just
just
pretty
can't
similar.
exist.
You want to grab a bite, so you go to 7-Eleven, they have a lot of amazing foods and then you can just have them there.
If you want food at 4 a.m., you just go to sleep. You guys grew up way too rich.
The following questions, I divided them into different topics, so that would be just easier to answer them. So the first part is about dietary habits. What are the typical meal times in Albania? Is there a specific schedule for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner? You know the reason why I asked this?
Why?
Because I was kind of astonished when I got here.
I figured. Usually we eat at 9, but my family eats even later, so we eat at 10 most of the times.
Yeah.
I've eaten at 2 a.m., so that's a thing. But
It's kind of late night dinner.
yeah, it's just dinner because I haven't eaten normal dinner.
Yeah,
After 9:30, it's more normal, more common.
And sometimes I got like my dinner here after 11 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because like, you know what time Taiwanese people have dinner?
8.
Usually it will be 6 to 7.
That's like 10 more hours before you go to sleep.
What? 10?
That's like, okay, 10 is exaggeration, but like when you go to sleep,
12. Or...
that's 6 hours.
Yeah, because there's a thing. A lot of people say like, shouldn't have food 4 hours before you go to sleep. I don't know what they came from, but yeah, that's just a thing in Taiwan. So,
That's not a thing.
so some people actually have dinner at 5. And
That's
could be-
lunchtime.
I want to take a guess when we have lunch.
I mean, by this time, I don't know, 10 a.m.?
Oh wait, 11 to 12.
Were you being serious?
Yeah.
That's insane.
People sometimes have food from 12 to 1 as well, but like most of the time will be just around 11. You guys kind of have lunch after 3 or 4 sometimes? Or 2? 2 to 4?
2 is more normal. 4 if you're working like an, what is it, like an 8 to 3, 8 to 4 type of work.
Yeah.
Then you eat lunch at 4 after you come back from work.
You don't have a lunch break?
No. In banks, they do. So when my mom used to work in a bank, she would have a lunch break
Yeah.
around 12 to 1, something like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, other jobs don't really do lunch breaks. We just do our job and then go home.
Oh. So what are the staple foods in Albania? Like breads?
We do eat a lot of bread. It's even become kind of a joke that we eat bread with rice and with pasta. Some
Yeah.
people actually do. We have good bread, honestly.
Yeah.
So yeah. And we do make salad, which Are you gonna show them in your vlogs? Like,
Probably, yeah.
yeah, he might show you if he feels like it. Boom, roasted. But like our most traditional foods is like beans. Technically, it's more foods that we took from Turkish people because, as some of you know, Albania was invaded by the Turks for about 500 years. So yeah, that explains a lot of our culture. We were kind of forced to become just like them. But to be fair, Turkish people and Albanian people go really well now.
Oh, okay.
Like, I've met a lot of Turkish people in my travels, and I've become really good friends with them. Also, like, very, very similar culture, very welcoming people, so I like them. And we have stuff called börek, which you've tried, and you liked it. The Turkish people will know, if there are any Turkish viewers. We have beans, beans and rice, rice and yogurt. Chicken is very popular. We eat pork a lot. And fun fact, we're supposed to be a Muslim country.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna ask.
God damn it. We eat pork a lot.
And you also drink, actually. A lot.
Not
a
a
lot,
lot, but we drink.
Do you enjoy soup?
We have to, because otherwise our diet is going to be very unhealthy. But even our soups are kind of unhealthy because we use more fat than we should.
But your soup is always like having rice in it, right?
Rice or chopped up pieces of pasta, like small pasta.
Oh yeah, I tried today, right?
Yeah, you had that today.
So yeah, I mean that's kind of different from like our soups in Taiwan. If you cook the rice with water, usually we call it congee. It's kind of another thing, yeah. And then our soup usually would be just made of vegetables, like a bunch of vegetables, and sometimes you have meat in it. Like drinking soup with vegetables is a common practice in Taiwan. So we usually have soup like every meal. It's really
Even in the morning?
Oh no, probably not. Yeah, probably just lunch and dinner.
So it's not every meal.
So yes. So as you mentioned that you don't have McDonald's and 7-Eleven.
No.
And at the same time you don't have Starbucks.
No, and I
So-
hate Starbucks.
Oh, wow.
I've tried it in Spain, and in Turkey, and in Italy, and in Poland, and in Romania. It just sucks.
Chinese people love Starbucks a lot.
Yeah, because you guys don't like coffee. You just like water flavored coffee. That's it. That's
wouldn't
all
say
that
that
Americano is. It's just water with a little bit of coffee flavor.
So what are some of the international fast food chains in Albania?
We don't have international fast food chains. It's just
You have KFC.
we do have KFC. We have probably a Burger King.
Oh, okay.
I think one Pizza Hut, but that's in Tirana. And then
We have
most
a lot
of
of
them.
Pizza Huts.
What?
We have a lot of Pizza Huts.
Is it any good?
Yeah.
I tried to do Little Caesars once. Like, you guys can't make pizza like in Italy. It's literally the house of pizza.
I'll say just like food comes to different countries, they would just like change a little bit to become the taste for local people.
You mean that restaurants are changing their recipes to make it more acceptable to
Local
natives?
people. Yeah, like Italian authentic pizza is definitely good, but I also love Taiwanese pizza. You know, we actually sometimes we put like a lot of weird stuff on it. There's
I am
like
not surprised.
There's one time there's a pizza flavor being launched called like boba tea pizza. And they're just like
That's
pearls on it.
disgusting.
Yeah, that one is kind of disgusting.
I mean, I've tried pineapple pizza.
Nope.
Spoiler alert, it's actually good.
Yeah.
I might get hate for this, but yo, it's good. Even Italian people have admitted to it. They've said it's good. Well, some Italian people.
Okay. Next question. What is the cost of dining out in Albania?
I mean in restaurants or fast foods. Because fast
Both?
foods is usually like, depending on where you go, it's like $2 per person. And then if you get a drink, it maybe go up.
$2, do you mean?
US dollars, yeah.
Oh,
Our
okay.
currency is pretty close to US dollars, almost 1 by 1. If you go to a pizza place, it's gonna be around $7 to $8 per person.
$7 for the pizza. It's actually the real big pizza, I'm gonna say.
That's normal size.
Because if you have like that size in Taiwan, that would probably cost you about like $20 at least.
No, that's too much.
I mean, that's why like I mentioned about like Taiwanese pizza are super expensive.
I mean, we're doing one thing right. We got the pizza going for us.
So now we have education and worry questions. So the first one came from one of my cousins. should ask about like what are the typical school hours for students in Albania?
I know your guys' school hours, and it is horrible. And our school hours are great. It was always 8 a.m. to 1:10 p.m.
1:10?
1:10, yeah.
Oh.
So this was like 6 classes because we had 45-minute classes, 5-minute breaks.
Yeah.
After 3 classes, you would have 20-minute break, I think. It would be like 10:20 to 10:40. And then the next 3 classes, you would finish at 1:10. And if you had a 7th class, you would finish about 2 p.m. And that's it. You would always be home. Elementary school, you have junior high schools, but we call it like 9-year systems. And then we have high school, which is the same system. And university tries to do the same system because everybody just wants to get it out of the way. But it's like 1-hour lessons, and you might have like 1 lesson at 8 to 9 and 1 lesson like 11 to 12 or something. But mostly people try to get them out of the way before 3 p.m. because...
Wow, that's so different.
Yeah.
You mentioned about we study a lot at school.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah,
and I hate that about you guys. Like not just you.
Yeah, like we Asian people.
Asian people.
Yeah.
Like the amount of stress you put on young students, it is like I have no words. I am terrified. Actually, I've had 2 students, one 17 and one I don't remember. I think 15. Before the lesson, they messaged me. They said, "Hey, I can't make it today. I'm in the hospital. I had a panic attack because I was studying." That's the thing. That happened twice.
Wow,
They were both
that
Japanese.
honestly
So I don't know if
happened in
that changes.
Taiwan sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
you finish at like what 4 p.m., 6 p.m.
yeah.
That's insane.
No? Okay, I'm gonna show you this. It has been reported that Taiwanese students spend more hours at school than any other countries in the world, with an average of 9.5 hours at school, and this is not even counting the many additional hours they spend at cram schools, tutoring sessions, and other classes. So it could be just really from 6:30 to let's say 10:30 or something.
Like 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
When do these kids play?
When you're in elementary school, you got some time. But like after getting to like high school, you will definitely have no time to either play or explore yourself. So like that's why a lot of people really don't know what they want and go to college for no reason. And then kind of confused with their life after the whole 4 years in college.
Yeah, and that's sad.
So speaking of homeschool and tutoring sessions, do Albanian students often attend like supplementary classes after school?
Yeah, but we don't have anything like cram school. We finish at like 1 p.m. You might want to go to additional courses, but you have to find like private tutors or private teachers. It's usually 2 to 3 hours a week. That's it. So it's a bit later.
Jealous.
You should be. That's the European system. That's how it should be.
Next question. How common is it for people in your region to pursue higher education, such as college or master's programs?
Here's like a statistic. When I started my bachelor's degree, we were 170 people in the classroom. When I finished, we were 50 people 3 years later.
So they drop out?
They dropped out, they left the country, they got pregnant and just dipped.
That happens sometimes in Taiwan, but probably not that many.
Not that many, no. I mean, I'm pretty sure here it happens like way more than it actually should. And as a person who has spent the last 7 years, almost, in doing
Higher education.
Higher education, thank you. I don't know words anymore. I would say that it's not for everyone. Like I want to be a teacher and or professor, so I will need as many diplomas as I have to. But yeah, like you're a web developer, you don't really need diplomas. You just need work experience to apply for a new job. So it's not...
Or it's still better to have a diploma.
Well, would you choose someone who has 5 years of work experience or someone who just fresh out of school and got a diploma?
Well, it really depends.
I feel like, personally, I would get the guy with 5 years of experience because it's easier to train them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, sort of makes sense.
About 10 years ago, it was much more of a necessity to have a diploma. But these days, people are just kind of giving up on it. They don't really see a point. And you can see even professors are slowly getting less and less interested in teaching. Not insulting, but it feels like Why did I even come?
How do working hours, salaries, and gender pay equality in Albania compared to other countries?
I'm gonna start from the equality part. If you do the same job, man or woman, doesn't matter, you will get the same pay. Our wages, the government is trying to say the average wage is around $600 or something. It's not, it's much cheaper.
Oh.
It should be around $400. The minimum wage is somewhere around 200 something.
Oh.
There are still people getting paid like $180 a month, especially waiters.
This one time that I met your friend on the street, and he graduated from kind of like computer science field.
Yep.
But then he decided to become a teacher in elementary school.
Yep.
And what I heard from him, the salary in the software field, they only got 300 a month, like in the first 2 years or something.
It depends on the company. I remember one of my friends, he used to do that for about 1.5 years. I think he would get paid around 600. You know, it's good for my country. Yeah, for about the first 2 years, they will try to, we called it like drain you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, you get a piece of clothing. They will try to use you as much as possible with minimum pay. And yeah, after 2 years, they promise you like a wage increase.
So since you mentioned about the wages, and it's not, being honest, not
a lot, no.
Not a lot. But how does it compare to living cost?
In my city, it's still manageable. If you rent an apartment can go anywhere from like $100 to $350. But in Tirana, that can start at like 350 euros.
Okay.
So it is crazy expensive.
But that's why a lot of people actually move out of Albania.
Yeah.
Because from what I know, there are more Albanian people living abroad than living in your own country.
Yep. Especially younger people. When I say younger, I mean younger than 30.
Oh, cool. That's a cool one. Questions about transportations.
I knew this was coming. Because he was shocked.
Yes. So first of all, what are the primary modes of transportation in Albania, considering you don't have train or metro system?
We don't have trains, metros, or subways. It's just buses, baby.
So you take buses everywhere?
We take buses everywhere. I mean, not
but
in
you
my
drive
city.
as well.
Well, yeah, we do drive.
But I'm gonna say like your fuel price is like super expensive.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's
Compared to European places, it's expensive. It's like $2 per liter.
It's actually twice as higher as Taiwan's.
This all happened because of Ukraine, Russia thing. It just never went down. They just found excuses to raise it higher and higher.
And then you don't have traffic light.
Oh yeah, in my city. Yeah, he was shocked at that. In my city, we don't have traffic lights.
Yeah, not even one.
Technically, we have 2, but they don't work. They haven't worked in years.
Oh wow.
I'm 26, I have never seen them work once.
Yeah, because that really shocked me a lot. There's no traffic light, but you have like tons of cars.
Yeah, did you almost get hit?
Not really.
Exactly.
I mean, that's pretty interesting. Like,
if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Because probably that's also one of the reasons you don't have a lot of car accidents, because you don't have traffic light. You probably would pay more attention on driving, maybe.
I mean, we do have accidents, but it's
like
just
fender bender.
Fender benders.
So do you want to take a guess about what's the most popular transportation in Taiwan?
Your culture is totally different to ours, so I have to think outside the box. Bikes. Or those like little scooter thingies.
Yes!
Really?
Yes! You know what? Like, we have kind of highest density of like motorcycles in the world. It's not motorcycles, it's like scooters.
Like, I meant like the ones where you just like, you know, you stand up on it and you...
Oh, not that one. We don't have that one. The scooters where we have is kind of like motorcycle, but just like a lighter one, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Guessed it. I mean, not the right one, but guessed it.
I've got some data. So there's said to be around 40 million scooters in Taiwan, with a total population of 23.9 million that equates to one scooter for every 1.7 people. In peak hours, we have a phenomenon called motorcycle waterfall. You'll be stuck in the bridge.
Really?
Yeah. Every day, every single day.
I mean, that feels like really annoying to get stuck when you're on a motorcycle.
Yeah. Especially in the summer, because it'll be scorching hot outside. And Taiwan is an island, really humid, so you would definitely be sweating a lot.
And I sweat every day, even just sitting down. When we go to coffee shops, I do the opposite of chill. I start sweating.
The thing is, we have most of the coffee shops indoor.
Because you guys don't smoke that much.
Oh,
most of my friends.
That's another thing.
Most of my friends
you smoke a lot.
I don't.
I mean, you're Albanian.
Yeah, don't say I smoke because my mom might watch this.
Yeah, but
Mom, I don't smoke.
In Taiwan, actually, men smoke like much more than women, but I don't think you guys have the difference in terms of smoking. Whenever I'm in a coffee shop, I'll always like smell a sense of
Oh yeah, this guy is really allergic to smoke. He would walk 20 meters away from our table when my friends started smoking. So that was dramatic. It used to be more of a manly thing, but now it's just universal. Yeah, you will see a bunch of females just smoking.
Cool. The next part we have religious question. So what is the predominant religious belief in Albania?
That's a trick question because technically we are Muslims.
And also you are one of the only few Muslim countries in Europe.
I think us and
just
Turkey
you.
probably.
If you count Turkey, Bosnia, and then Kosovo.
Yeah.
But just the only few countries that.
I mean,
practice
why
Islam.
wouldn't you count Turkey as part of Europe?
I don't know if they are always counted as European countries or not.
By football logic, and I don't know if that's a thing, they do take part in the Euros, which is just European countries.
Yeah.
So 4 countries. I didn't know that Bosnian people were also Muslim. That's the Ottoman Empire for you. They like took control over almost everything.
Yeah.
And they just transformed everyone into Muslims.
Yeah, but you mentioned about most of you guys don't really practice Islam.
No.
Yeah, and then I saw there's a mosque outside.
Yeah.
But I've never ever seen a person with a hijab.
It's very rare to see. So the thing is, in my country, from like 1940 until like 1990 something, any religious act was completely illegal, forbidden because of our communist
rule or something.
Yeah, but it was like more of a dictatorship.
Probably like after that, a lot of people just get rid of their personal beliefs.
This might be a controversial topic. For example, like most of my friends were Muslims, but as I said, just by name. I've never seen them do the 5 daily prayers because they're just not actual Muslims. They eat pork a lot. You can definitely notice which people are actually Muslim people. And for some reason, in my country, most of like Muslim people, they have phone repair shops.
Why?
I don't know. I've never like asked any one of them, but because I've had to go to phone repair shops in my city, in most cases it's been a Muslim person. Even Muslim people, if you ask them, younger people, they tend to say like they don't believe anymore. Older people, for example my parents, they will say that they believe in God. We still do the holidays, but I can't say they have a certain meaning to us. It might sound offensive, and I'm sorry to Muslim people. They're just like food holidays. Again, no disrespect to Muslim people. I love you guys. I respect your religion, but it was illegal for 50 years. There were many generations born in that time, and it just happens.
So just an add up, like you mentioned about the historical issue, Albania is actually the first country who claimed to be atheist between like 1941 and 1992 due to the communist rule.
I mean, I didn't know that they were proclaimed as atheists. That other part that it was illegal, that's right.
So last part, this is the part I guess most of the people are most interested in because this is about tourism. The first question here is Albania primarily a destination for tourists from Europe? Yes. I've never seen any like Asian people here. Not even
I've seen once. There was one lady when I went to get his food. Kind of funny because I just proclaimed him like, yo, there's another Asian person there. Now there's 2 of you.
But I didn't see her. I saw another one.
Like when you were roaming around?
No, in the middle.
This is the type of jokes he's had for the last 3 weeks here.
I've been here for like a couple weeks and I roam around the city like every day, but I didn't really see like any Asian people and also like African people. There's only like European people.
It's very rare to see people other than European people.
Yeah, probably because like you're not in Schengen zone.
Yeah.
Which means people might need to apply for the visa to come to your country. But actually for like Taiwanese people, you don't need to apply for extra visa. Like you can just come here with your Taiwanese passport, which is super good. Another reason is probably because like a lot of people are not really familiar with countries in this area. Yeah, so now I'm gonna say some good things about Albania.
Alright.
The first thing is Albania is actually known for its abundant sunshine. Do you know about that?
Did I know about that?
I mean, do you know how many sunny days you have?
Nah, I'm gonna take a guess. 365, I'm gonna say like 280.
More than 300, which is super cool. There's a city in Taiwan with 300 rainy days.
That's a cool city. I hate sunny weather.
I don't like rainy days, so I actually enjoy days here a lot. And then people might be curious about, is it safe to stay here?
I mean, you tell me. You've been here for 3 weeks.
That's why I was saying you guys should come to Albania. Compared to Italy or some of the popular tourist spots, you don't need to worry about being robbed or things being stolen here.
You mean like pickpocketers?
Yeah.
That takes too much effort, and you have to get good at it. And we just give up halfway like through it.
Have you tried that?
I'm not answering that. If you leave your laptop or your phone on the table for about like 10 minutes and you go to the toilet in a coffee shop, there's a chance someone might steal it because it's right there. And it's really simple. But nobody's gonna point a gun at you in the middle of the night. It was weird to see that women were actually afraid to go out at night.
Yeah.
Dude, there are women here who walk back from work at like 3 or 4 a.m.
Right.
And nobody bothers them at all.
I went out at night several times. It just seems to be like super safe here.
Yeah.
And also I found an image online mentioning a safety survey about going out at night in Europe. It turns out that Eastern Europe is actually considered relatively safe. But do you know, like, in terms of safety, Taiwan actually ranked the second lowest crime rate in the world. So the one you mentioned about leaving stuff in a coffee shop, we kind of do it a lot in Taiwan. People usually just leave their like phone, laptop, like wallet on the table and then go out sometimes for a meal.
I might get a lot of hate for this, but I feel like that's just because your legal system has made you guys scared. Because at least in Japan, for imprisonment rate, it's like 99% or something. So if you get charged with a crime, you will be imprisoned before there are actual proof. So people are just afraid to do any sort of crimes.
I guess it's the different case in Taiwan. Taiwanese people kind of blame on our legal system about like they don't really
Trust
put people in prison.
Wow.
Probably in Singapore, their legal system is pretty strict.
Maybe.
Some people might be really afraid of like being caught or something.
Probably.
I wouldn't say it's wrong in Taiwan because we have also kind of like a highest density of surveillance camera in the world.
We don't have.
If you really do something illegally, it would be really easy to be caught, being honest.
Yeah, makes sense.
So that's probably one of the reasons. Alright. So, when I was trying to do this video, I searched some of the fun facts about Albania. And turns out there are some interesting things that I want to figure out. First one, Albanians consider it good luck if a bird poops on any part of your body. Is that true?
Kind of, yeah.
What if you like step on a dog?
No, that's just bad luck. You messed up.
Wow, that's actually on the opposite. I mean, if a Taiwanese person like step on poop, then people will say, just go get a lottery because you might be lucky today.
Nah. I mean, bird poop, I kind of get it because it's
not
so rare.
Yeah.
Like I don't believe it,
sort of
but
makes
it makes sense because there's a really small chance that a bird flying and the poop landing on your...
Yeah.
I think I've gotten poop once on me on my right shoulder. I did not feel lucky.
But yeah, that's just a thing in Albania, right?
Yeah, I had forgotten about that.
Oh, and is that true that you have more Mercedes in Albania?
Kind of, yeah, because the Mercedes, as much as it might be expensive, it's a great car. Until 2010, the Mercedes was probably the most popular car in my country. They never die.
Yeah. Any add up?
I mean, I have one add up. It is not normal to just walk around them without buying anything.
Yeah, that's really a cultural difference.
Yeah, and he does that twice, and usually when we go there, we go because we need something. So I know what I need, I'm going there. I might walk around because I don't know where it is, but yeah, I'm going out with a thing I need.
Taiwanese people really love to go to supermarkets or those kind of like grocery stores to just see around what they have. Kind of like a hobby for Taiwanese people. I don't know, but yeah, that's really a culture shock. Yeah, and I kind of figured out it's really a thing because there were like 1 to 2 supermarkets that they even don't have access for people not buying things. Like you need to go through the checkout registers to leave. How about the pharmacy?
Like, what do you mean pharmacy?
Like if you go to a pharmacy, you definitely get something out from there, right?
Well, yeah, you only...
Yeah, that's just different. Like Taiwanese people sometimes just go to pharmacy to see what they have and then go out.
No, you don't. Like, you mean pharmacy where you get pills and stuff? Who just goes to a pharmacy and looks at it?
Well, yeah, most of the time, like you go there because you want to buy things, but it's...
No, not most of the time. Every time.
But I mean, for Taiwanese people, it's definitely acceptable to like just going into like a store without buying anything. Sometimes like glasses shops as well. Yeah, like people just get in to try, oh, it looks good on me, and then just put it back and go out.
Get in a fight, probably.
Get a fight?
Probably, yeah. The only chance you can go in and out is if you want to buy one specific thing and they have run out of that.
Alright.
Or, you know, if just the store doesn't sell it and then you go out. But you don't go in without knowing what you want.
Kind of like some cultural differences.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, anyways, that's a wrap. Thanks again for being here and answering questions for all of our audience. Thank you so much for watching the video. And if you like the video, feel free to press the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You ask, I answer. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
Bye. This is called raki. It's strong. Let me warn you about that. Do you know how to say cheers in Albanian? Gëzuar.
Gëzuar. Gëzuar.
Let's try it. Yep. Are you gonna puke?
如果你也想成为下一位爆红创作者，请打开下方资讯栏连结，一起来投稿吧。